into dust. Nothing else matters, only us.
Hello everybody, how are you all doing today? It's 15 to 1, kind of unexpectedly so. It is 15 to 1. Yeah, I just didn't get around to arranging duels, so I've had to fold and go with 15 to 1 as a backup. But hey, it should be fun at the very least. Anyway, let's say hello to everyone in chat. So, right from the top, Dr. Mummy, hello there, Cashy Head and Puzzle Dan, and Dupless and Party of Me, and Aspie, and Catnip, and Random Zombie, and Connor, and Cetra, and Tyson Bain, and Deduceman, welcome, and Dogfish, and Clive of Legend, and Scorecout, and Toad Boy, and Carl the Seventh, and Rahuska, and Yabba, welcome Yabba, and Nata, and 90k, and Keshi Head, and all of the names. Any other names I've missed? Mattel I've missed, hello there. And I think that's everyone I said hello to. Hello. And also to anyone lurking as well, you are more than welcome. And here we go.
15 to 14 to 13 to 12 to 11 to 10 to 9 to 8 to 7 to 6 to 5 to 4 to 3 to 2 to 1.
That's how the game works, yes. 15 to 14 to 13 to 12 to 11 to 10 to 9 to 8 to 7 to 6 to 5 to 4 to 3 to 2 to 1. That is exactly how the game works. Thank you very much for the 6-month resub, Samster. Greatly appreciated. Let's have a look at the leaderboard where it currently stands. Hopefully it should be updated. It is indeed. Samster still with that pole position there with 92 points. Jack and Clubs and Synapse tied in second place with 71. Bass Ackwards with 51 in fourth place and 90k in fifth place with 21. So we have 5 up on the board. We've still got plenty of spaces for new players to get in there. And let's get into the lobby then. So if you would like to play 15 to 1, the room code is JTSS. And hopefully it should handle things a bit more sensibly than last time. This does have a priority system, so if you have played in previous games, then you have a lower priority compared to players that have not played before. So new players here theoretically should get a first-time pick on this particular game. Welcome also there to Mr. Bodicum and Comed Fan and 8mig. I did say hello to you earlier. Hello there, and Poker Joker. So yes, if you are new here, if you haven't played a 15 to 1 game yet, then you will have a higher pick. It's probably definitely going to pick you this time round. All good points. Sorry, I have not turned those on. Let me turn those abilities on for you. So if you want to spend some Duke coin with changing your occupation, changing your location, you can do so now. It will cost you 50 Duke coin to do so. And that's just a little Easter eggy thing. So when you do get picked to play, then the text-to-speech does stuff.
Half a year of subscription goodness. And I learned how to make GIFs today. And I did a run. Good day.
That's definitely a good day. Certainly more than I've done. Thank you for the half a year resub, Shanaman. Greatly appreciated. And good to know that the text-to-speech says it as GIF rather than GIF. I don't care how whoever says it's supposed to be. I say GIF. I just say GIF. But yes, if you are picked to play in the game, then it will use your occupation and location to fill in the blanks when the text-to-speech does its thing. If you don't specify anything, then it just uses a random pick from a list of things I have. How do I pronounce gin? I say gin, but I say GIF. Doesn't necessarily mean that's... You can't just use the logic of one word necessarily to infer the logic of how to pronounce another word. Especially in English. In other languages, you probably can do that, but in English, oh no, you can't. You're not seeing an option to buy a lottery ticket. Correct, Samster. That one's turned off unless you really want to... Hang on. If you really want to waste your money, Samster, there we go. I'm turning it on for 5,000 Duke coin. If you really want to waste some money on... No, that's the wrong one. That one. Claim a money line ticket. There you go. So 50,000. I've got 50,000 Duke coin on claim a money line ticket if you really want to waste it. I mean, it's up to you, Samster. If you want to waste the majority of your Duke coin on buying a winning lines ticket, that's going to do nothing for you. It's a complete waste. It will do absolutely nothing. Oh, please, Toad Boy. I was watching bits and bobs of Doctor Who, the Ninth Doctor, and oh god, that came up. Jeez, that was a creepy moment. There's a creepy one. That. Clive with claiming a freaking ticket of 696969. Nice. Well, you're not gonna be saying that 50,000 Duke coin's gone. That's gone now. You have spent it. Congratulations. No, he spent it. He spent the Duke coin. Oh dear, mate! Till you see your location occupation. Well, we will find out, Puzzle Dad. Just a couple more minutes, and we'll start this first game off. Bearing in mind, I do not have high hopes for this question database that I purchased, because we are still using the purchased 1,000 questions. And as I posted in Chit Chat yesterday, because I was using the same question database for a test run of Outright, I'm just going to show you one of the questions that came up, and I have marked as used, so shouldn't come today. So, the question is, in what country is the Leaning Tower of Pisa located? In what country is the Leaning Tower of Pisa located? Now, you're ruining the joke, everyone. You're ruining the joke, everyone. I was going to ask those that have not been privy to my message to try and guess what it is, but you've ruined the joke now. Apparently, the answer is Germany. Apparently, in this database of questions that I have purchased, I've spent a decent amount of money for, the answer to what country is the Leaning Tower of Pisa located is Germany. Yeah, Clive. I mean, some of the questions that came up as well, they had a really weird answer to, and I was like, the answer that the player gave was a better answer than what was provided. So, I don't know if it does, Poker Joker, because technically they have provided me 1,000 questions. They didn't necessarily say that the 1,000 questions had to be legitimate. But I know for sure I'm not using this site anymore. Let's put it that way. They've lost my custom. We've had far better questions from our question site ourselves, so I may be pivoting to using those in the not too distant future, especially with some of the questions that are in the difficult section, because yeah, exactly. There are 1,000 questions in there. Absolutely right. The answer's a bit suspect. Now, what I suspect happened is that Germany is an option out of multiple answers, but the pack of questions I purchased were just simple questions, so it didn't include the multiple choice wrong answers. But I suspect Germany was possibly given as a wrong answer. So, yeah. The thing is, I can use this question database however I wish from this point onwards. I can package it in whatever games I want to ship or anything like that. Any streams I want to do, I can use them for whatever I want. Will I? Well, I will for the time being until we run out of questions that are just ridiculous. If this worked like video games, you buy the 1,000 questions, then the answers will be DLC. Please don't give people some ideas. And yes, score count. Yeah, clear the channel points queue. Right, okay, I think we're all ready to go then. So, as I say, newer players have a higher priority over players that have already played the game. So, if we're all ready, let's pick our 15 to play. There we go, those are the 15 that will be playing in this particular round. We will have a couple of rounds of this, so without further ado, text-to-speech, please take it away with 15 to 1. Thank you for the 2 but 3 sub, JPB, greatly appreciated.
Hot yoke me from on the road, I guess. GMMJRB from home. Mattel 29698 from Pope. Come Fan 74 from Ontario. Give a guy from Boston. Ma. Underscore from Bangor. Random Zombie 78 from Fodlan. Dooseman 45 from New Mexico. David Bodicombe from London. Draha Scar from Slovakia. Dramamaru from Zalupin's Crusher. Katnick Fields from Lithuania. Keshai Head from West Yorkshire. The Lupine One from the Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes.
From Pepsi Island. Not sponsored. Are all
Hashtag not sponsored.
15 to 1. Introduced by William G. Stewart.
Oh, did it not take yours, Bocky? It should have done. I don't know what happened then, because it should have taken it. Right, I'm going to just turn them off temporarily, because there's no point in using them now, because it's going to do nothing for you. Yeah, the pronunciation is absolutely crazy, but that's what text-to-speech does. That's the best that it can do, and it's the best that old Windows text-to-speech can do. The modern cloud version is better, as are like the Google and the Alexa ones. Those are better. But those cost, whereas the Windows text-to-speech that's just embedded on my machine is free to use. So that's what I'm using. Okay, so let's go into round number 1, where we start off from podium number 1, going round to podium number 15 for 2 questions each. Get a right answer, you stay and play. Get a wrong answer, you lose your life. In this round only, if you get both questions wrong, then although you have 3 lives, technically you lose all 3 in one go on the second wrong answer, and you'll be out. So it's only in this particular round, if you get both questions wrong, you will be out of play. Okay? Nice and simple. Answer just to public chat within 15 seconds of the question appearing. We will go in order. It will announce your name as to who needs to answer the question. Only the player that is being asked the question should answer. Everyone else just keep stum. And if we're all ready, then we start off with Party of Me at number 1. And your first question is, at the 2018 NBA All-Star Game, who was named the game's MVP? This is supposed to be an easy or medium style question. James. I mean, you know what? If I'm accepting surname only, I will actually accept that James is a correct answer. So we will move on. DMM. In what African nation was the Aswan Dam built in 1902? Egypt. No, Somalia. Gonna lose a life. Moving on to Mattel. Your question. What video game demoed at E3 2018 is inspired by a famous tile-matching puzzle video game released in 1984? Tetris. Unfortunately, not enough. We needed to have the word effect there on the end. You got the right clue there with the 1984 game, but the one we were looking for was Tetris Effect in 2018. So you are going to lose a life, I'm afraid. Moving on to Comed Fan. Retired French midfielder Zinedine Zidane is affectionately known to fans by what nickname? And yes, those playing outright last night will probably see a few familiar questions appearing. You don't know? Zizou. Zizou, the answer we're looking for. We're going to lose a life. Moving on to Yabba Guy. Welcome, Yabba. What former wrestler played Fezzik in The Princess Bride? What former wrestler? I've got no clue on this one. Hulk Hogan. It's not a bad guess. Andre the Giant is the answer we're looking for. Going to lose a life. Moving on to Boki Ralboa. Something that is toward the end or away from the centre of the body can also be called what? Toward the end or away from the centre of the body. Distal, correct answer. Great. Moving on to Random Zombie. The steeping of herbs in alcohol to extract its healing properties produces what? The steeping of herbs in alcohol to extract its healing properties produces what? Hops. It's a tincture. The word we look for, tincture. Gonna lose a life. Moving on to Dooseman. A very fast whitewater cascade is also known as what? I'm going to be lenient on this one because I think a lot of people fell foul on this one when we tested this on outright. Out of time, though. So, falls was the answer we're looking for. You're just out of time, so I can't give you leniency if you don't answer. No worries, no worries. We're going to move on to Mr. Bodicum. Your question. In 2013, Staples became the first major US retailer to sell what kind of device? Kind of a difficult question if you're not familiar with it. No idea. It's a 3D printer, apparently. 3D printer is the answer we're looking for. Good lose a life. Moving on to Drahuska. Your question. Through what country did the US dig a canal from 1904 to 1914? Through what country? Close a window that I don't need. There we go. Mexico. Unfortunately, Canada is the answer we're looking for. Gonna lose a life. Moving on to Dr. Mummy. Who is the evil creature that Beowulf defeats in the epic poem Beowulf? Don't say Beowulf. Because that's the wrong answer, probably. Grandalf. Oh, you're close with the beginning there. Grendel, I'm afraid, is the answer we're looking for. Gonna lose a life. Moving on to Catnip. Is the heart protected by the fibula or the rib cage? And then you have these kinds of questions, which are just it's a gimme with 2 or 3 possible answers, but rib cage is the right answer. Moving on to Catchy Head. What was Mahatma Gandhi's actual first name? Yes, it's Mohandas. Mohandas was the name I'm looking for. Gonna lose a life. Moving on to Lupine 1. What was the nickname of the French national soccer team? Les Bleus. Indeed, it is Les Bleus. And puzzle down at number 15. What award-winning director directed the film Ready Player One? And it has weird typos in the questions, so that even gives me more credence. Steven Spielberg, I will allow, even though it's slightly spelt wrong. That is correct, you got the gist. So, at the end of the first pass there, players that need to watch out are DMM, Mattel, Comed Fan, Yabagai, Random Zombie, Dooseman, Bodicum, Drahuska, Dr. Mummy, and Cashy Head. If you get your next question wrong, you will be out of play. Okay, we go down for the second pass again, starting off again with Party Me at number 1. And your second question, Party Me. What type of exercise combines rhythmic exercising with stretching and strength training? Calisthenics. I'm going to research this because that was a thought that struck in my mind when this question first came up yesterday. It is a form of exercise consisting of a variety of movements that exercise large muscle groups such as running, standing, grasping, pushing. And it tends to be rhythmic, and it's stretching and strength training. I'm considering allowing that, to be honest. It tends to increase strength, fitness, and flexibility through movements. Yeah, I will accept that. I will accept that as a correct answer. Not the one I had on the card, but is a perfectly valid answer for the question given. DMM, your question. What 2,200-mile bicycle race is held in France each year? Tour de France is correct. Moving on to Mattel. What body part of a human senses light information? What body part of a human senses light information? No. It's part of the human body, and the answer we were looking for was eyes, I'm afraid. So you're going to lose the remainder of your life, and you are out, I'm afraid, Mattel. Moving on to Comment Fan. In liquidation of a business, to whom do leftover assets go to? In liquidation of a business, to whom, you don't know. Shareholders. It goes to the shareholders. I'm afraid you're going to lose the remainder of your lives, I'm afraid. Yabagai, your question. Basketball star Luka Doncic is from which country, or what country? The Czech Republic is not a bad guess. No, unfortunately, the answer is Slovenia. Going to lose the last of your lives, Yabagai. You're going to have to sit out. Boki Rauboa, your question. A person with diabetes produces an insufficient amount of what in the body? Insulin is correct. Moving on to Random Zombie. The tricep muscle is located on what part of your body? Arms is correct, yes. See, the question balance is just a bit ridiculous. These are all supposed to be easy to easy medium. Anyway, Dooseman, your question. In a Formula 1 race, what does a green flag indicate? All clear, absolutely the term we were looking for. Moving on to Mr. Bodicum, who wrote the 95 Theses against the Catholic Church. Jeez. You're getting some tough questions, aren't you? Martin Luther is the right answer, though. Moving on to Drahuska. What cereal grain is the most commonly used in beer? What cereal grain? Need an answer? No, out of time. Barley is the answer we're looking for. Barley, and you're out of lives. We're going to have to say goodbye. Moving on to Dr. Mummy. In computer terminology, what does ROM, R-O-M, stand for? Need an answer? Out of time. Read-only memory. Read-only memory is what we're looking for. And Dr. Mummy, you're going to have to sit out as well. Memory, yes, you just needed the read-only as well as part of that. You're going to have to sit out. Moving on to Catnip. What is the birth name of Childish Gambino? What's the birth name of Childish Gambino? James? No, it's Donald Glover Jr. Donald Glover Jr. Going to lose a life, but you are still in play. Moving on to Cashy Head. What position does Harry Potter play on the Quidditch team in the books by J.K. Rowling? Seeker is correct. Lupine, your question. The beginning phase or stage of a treatment is often referred to as what? Beginning phase or stage of a treatment. Prognosis. No, it's the induction, I'm afraid. Gonna lose a life. And Puzzledan, your second question. NiCad is a brand name of what product? No clue. It's nickel cadmium, hence NiCad, but the critical part there in the end there is battery. You lose a life, but you are still in game. Okay, Mrs. Text-to-Speech, tell us, how do they do?
5 down, 10 to go. And those eliminated are Mattel 29698, Kamidfan 74, Yibagai, Drahaskar, and Dramamahu. Of the remaining 10 contestants, 2 still have their 3 lives intact.
Only Party of Me and Boki Railboa with their 3 lives intact. Okay, we'll now start round number 2. Again, we'll start from pony number 1, but as soon as we get a correct answer from someone, then it is nominating until we only have 3 players left to go into the final. To nominate a player, once you have control, you just need to give their podium number that you see on screen when we go to the wide shot. Try to avoid back voting. I still haven't actually added in a protection against that, but just out of good sportsmanship, don't back vote from someone that gave you control, and don't just keep voting the same person over and over and over again. You could do that in the final because there's only 3 players in the final, but in round 2, don't just keep barraging one individual player. Give it a nice mix. All right. We start round number 2 again, starting from the left-hand side. Party of Me, your question for control. What's the name of the Sony robotic dog whose 4th generation model was launched in January 2018? What's the name of the Sony robotic dog? iDog? No, Aibo is that's looking for. Gonna lose a life. Moving on to DMM. Feeling Myself is a Nicki Minaj song featuring what singer? Feeling Myself. Rihanna. No, it's Beyonce. You're down to 1 life. For control, Boki Railboa. What car manufacturer makes the RAV4? Toyota is correct, and Boki Railboa, you have control. Please pick a number. Going to number 12. Catnip, your question. Extending a joint beyond its normal anatomical position is called what? Strain. No. Specific term. Hyperextension was the answer we're looking for. Down to 1 life. Boki Railboa, another number, please. Going to number 8. Deuceman, your question. In what liquid source can fluoride be found? In what liquid source can fluoride be found? Bit of a wishy-washy one, I would say, this one. But water is the answer we're looking for, correct. So please pick a number. Going to number 15. Puzzledan, your question. In what city is Ghostbusters set? In what city is Ghostbusters set? New York is correct. You have control. Please pick a number. Yeah, no worries, Boki Railboa. Okay, Bodycom, number 9. Which of the following human traits can be used, like fingerprints, for identification? Eye blood vessels or arm length? Say eye or arm to make it shorter if you need to, because I can verify. Out of time, though. Eye blood vessels. Oh, just out of time. Just out of time, I'm afraid. I'm going to lose that life. Okay, back to Puzzledan for another number. Going to number 14. Lupine, your question. What film series features the vampire Edward Cullen? Twilight is correct. You have control. Please pick a number. Number 8. Deuceman, back to you again. The path travelled by a body in space is known as what? Any clues? Need an answer? No idea. It's an orbit. An orbit is what I'm looking for. You're down to 1 life. Back to Lupine for another number. Number 2. DMM. Arrhythmia is the abnormality of what body function? Arrhythmia. Heartbeat. Yeah, heart rate I will accept as a correct answer. DMM, please pick a number. Going to number 13, Keshi. James Corden does the voice of who in the 2018 film Peter Rabbit? Peter Rabbit is the correct answer. Keshi, please pick a number. Going to number 9. What Danish writer wrote many famous fairy tales? Grimm. Oh! I'm going to verify. Da, 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 da. They are German. Brothers Grimm are German, so that doesn't fit the Danish writer part of that. So I'm afraid it is a wrong answer. We're going to have to say goodbye, David Bodicum. Back to Keshi for another number, please. Number 2, DMM. How does a Swiffer duster collect dust? How does a Swiffer duster collect dust? I've never heard of it. Apparently, it's static electricity. I'm afraid we have to say goodbye, DMM. Back to Keshi for another number, please. Number 12, Catnip. Who first patented the Kodak box camera? Japanese, I mean, probably, but George Eastman was apparently the name we were looking for, and we have to say goodbye. Keshi for another number, please. Number 8, Deuceman. Premier League club Manchester United is also known by which nickname? Need an answer. Nope. The Red Devils. The Red... Is it? Are they really the Red Devils? Are they really the Red Devils? Yeah, apparently they are. Okay, I'll yeah. To be honest, I've never heard them be known as that, but okay, it's correct. Keshi, another number, please. Going to number 7, Random Zombie. What is the capital city of Spain? Question difficulty, eh? What's the capital city of Spain? No, you went the wrong way. It's Madrid, not Barcelona. Down to 1 life. Keshi for another number, please. Number 1, Party of Me, your question. What is the FIFA code for England? Yeah, ENG is the answer we were looking for. Yeah, for your future reference, FIFA codes are 3 letters long. So, yeah, ENG is the code for England. Pardon me, you have control of the number, please. Going to number 6, Boki Ralboa. Related to chemistry, what is a catalyst? You can go many ways with this. Something that speeds up a reaction. Is that enough? I think it's enough for a decent definition. Catalyst, disambiguation, catalyst. Oh god, there's so freaking so many things. Causing reactions, not accelerates them. Corrections, yeah. I mean, see, it's basically what is a catalyst. You're not saying what you're talking about with that. So, a substance that increases the rate of a chemical reaction without itself undergoing any permanent chemical change. Well, increasing the rate, so speeds up a reaction, I would give then, in that case. It might be a critical part of a reaction, but if it does speed it up, then I'm going to accept it. So, yeah, I'm going to accept it as a correct answer. So, Boki Ralboa, you have control. Please pick a number. Not many left in play. Keshi Head, over to you. What is a giant crack in a rock called? A crevasse. I mean, yes, it is. Apparently, we're looking more towards fault lines, apparently. Let me actually look for the definition of crevasse. Breach in the embankment of a river or canal. Not necessarily rocks, though, that. Crevasse is not necessarily rocks, from what I could see. It is a deep crack, as opposed to a crevice. A crevice forms in a rock, not a crevasse. Slightly different spelling, slightly different words. A fissure, that's another word. See, yeah. I'm gonna accept it. It's about right. Again, it's these difficult questions. Yeah, crevice and crevasse apparently have two different meanings from the different spellings. A crevasse is ice sheets or glaciers, whereas crevice is rocks, but they're basically the same word. And anyway, we're going to move on because clearly these questions are faulty. Ha 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 ha. Keshi Head, please pick a number. Go to number 1, party of me. Foods high in saturated fats tend to raise what? Cholesterol. Blood cholesterol. I will accept as the correct answer. You have control, party of me. Please pick a number. Going to number 15, near the end. Puzzle down. The amount of calcium in a given amount of bone is also known as what? Buzz me. Bone mass is the answer. Bone mass. Going to lose a life. You're down to 1. You're still in play. Party me another number, please. Still have Bokirao with 3 lives intact. And you are going to Bokirao. What bridge in San Francisco is made with over 80,000 miles of steel wire? The Golden Gate Bridge, you say? Oh? Excuse me? Excuse me? Is that a thing? Excuse me? This can't be another one of these. This can't be another question that is just so factually wrong. So Silver Bridge does exist, but that is over the Ohio River, so it has nothing to do with San Francisco, so this question is completely void. I would accept Golden Gate Bridge myself. It's a correct answer. Wow. These questions, though, are just terrible. That is a terrible... The thing is, with outright, is I'm trying to... Wait, what? Can you look at where the Aswan Dam is? Oh, God. Was that wrong there? Aswan Dam built across the Nile in Aswan. You answered Egypt as well, and that was right. Wow. Wow, these questions are terrible. Good God. This is terrible. The questions that appeared on the charity stream were all right, apart from a couple of outliers, but these are terrible that have come up today. This was just plain wrong. It's Gate Bridge, yes, but it's golden, not silver. I do, though, Aspie. The thing is, I purposely bought 1,000 questions for this game so that I didn't have to worry about having to do author exclusion and things like that. Because if you've got 15 players playing and a lot of them are writing the questions, there's going to be a lot of eliminations of questions that they can't see. And I didn't want to do that. So I thought, okay, I'll go and purchase, because people have been donating generously to me through subs and bits, I will go and purchase a bank of 1,000 questions that we can use for this and other shows. And so that it's questions that no one's seen, and they should be fairly well vetted because they've come from a professional site. Clearly not. So we will take this as take this entire database and basically throw it in the dumpster. At this point, Open Trivia Database is better than these questions. And that's saying something for simple choice questions. Anyway, we've got to keep going through the game. Bokirao Boa, please pick a number. I don't think I can, Catnip, because they have delivered the questions. Random Zombie, how many volts are in a kilovolt? 1,000. 1,000 volts is correct. Please pick a number. I mean, I'll chase them up on it, but it's been a while since the purchase, is what I'm really worried about. The nominal interest rate is unadjusted for what? Puzzle Dan. Inflation is correct, though. Well played. Please pick a number. Well, I signed the contract in regards to I made the purchase and there's an invoice that is legally binding. In the Amazon TV series, Jack Ryan is based on a character created by who? Tom Clancy is correct. Please pick a number, Lupine. Didn't actually have to physically sign anything, but it's a binding invoice at the very least. A series of dots and dashes are used in what? The Morse code is correct. Please pick a number. I think we're going to have to go through all the questions that have come before. What do the letters EEG stand for? EEG? I'm worried about this one now. Yeah, that's why I'm so worried, because it's a freaking ECG, isn't it? Isn't it? No, it isn't EEG. Sorry, that one, EEG, is an electroencephalogram, but you'd have no chance of typing that in time. EEG is actually right for electroencephalogram, just on a quick Google. But I have heard it be called an ECG. Although ECG is electrocardiogram. Different things. Encephalogram and cardiogram, they're two different things, hence why they're different letters, I presume. Sorry, Puzzle Dan, but that was a bloody beast of a question to face. You are out of lives, though. Thank you for the follow, Hot Local Daddy. Thanks for the follow there. Back to Random Zombie for another number, please. Going to Party Me. What are the hair-like projections on the outside of cells called? Yeah, clearly. Hot local daddies in your area. Silly, I will accept. Cilia is the answer we're looking for. Please pick a number, Party of Me. Welcome to the travesty that is this question database. Going to Lupine 1. In what city will you find Michelangelo's David? Florence. Am I going to have to search this to make certain? Don't say this actually is. Michelangelo's... I can't spell. David. Location is in Florence. Unbelievable. You are right, Lupine. Please pick a number. These questions started out good, but they've just gotten worse. Random Zombie, the character of Lara Croft, comes from which video game series? Do I need to verify this one? Note Tomb Raider, I think, is the right answer. Please pick a number. Galleria dell'Accademia, yes, indeed. Number 1, pardon me, your question. Who is the actor who played Forrest Gump and Ben Bradley? I think that's Tom Hanks. We will move on. Please pick a number. Thing is, now I have to verify each question myself, which is terrible. Bocky Balboa, the coccyx, is also known as what? Tailbone. Yes, tailbone is correct. Please pick a number. Number 13, Keshi. Herbal medicine is based on the use of what? I mean, it's got in the name. It's got to be herbs. It has to be herbs if it's herbal medicine. It just has to be. It's a great answer, Keshi. I'm accepting it. Please pick a number. My God. Number 7, Random Zombie. What football club does Roman Abramovich own? I'm going to search this, because this is actually changed over time. It is Chelsea, though, I think. So I will accept it as Chelsea. So Arsenal, I'm afraid, is the wrong answer, Random Zombie. So you are out of play. Keshi, for the number, please. Party of Me, your question. Who plays Thor in the film Thor Ragnarok? Oh, this can't... I've got a name in my head. Chris Hemsworth was the name I had in my head. Good. Please pick a number. We're going to have wisdom of the masses here, aren't we, for this? Number 14, Lupine 1. What actress did the role of Dr. Ryan Stone... What? What actress played the role of Dr. Ryan Stone in the film Gravity? Did. played in the film Gravity wasn't Scarlett Johansson at the very least. I'm sure that one is Sandra Bullock, so good lose a life. Back to you, party me from the number. Yeah, did the role. That's certainly something I've never seen in a question before. Cashy Head, your question. The film Green Lantern is based on a series of comic books made by which company? I think Green Lantern is DC. I'm just going to confirm, but I believe it is DC. Green Lantern is based on the DC comics. I'm afraid that is a wrong answer, Cashy. You're down to one life. Back to party me for another number, please. So stupid I have to verify each question now. Lupine, in what 90 film did Robert De Niro portray mobster Jimmy Conway? Goodfellas was accepted as correct answer. Please pick a number. Number 13, Kashi, back to you. What is the opening in your eye called? What is the opening in your eye called? The pupil is correct. Please pick a number. Only 4 left in play. Lupine, back to you. In a medical context, something that is pertaining to the skin is known as what? Dermal. Yeah, I'm going to accept it because, like, you got the derma part of that, so accept as the correct answer. Please pick a number. Number 1, party of me, your question. What Stephen King novel named for a young girl with pyrokinetic powers? This is what came up before, and that's my instinctive answer, but I don't think it is pyrokinetic. Unless... Does it say pyrokinesis in the role? Does for Firestarter, does not, I believe, for... Oh, hang on, no, this one does say that. This one does say that on the Stephen King fandom site. Hang on. Does it say pyrokinesis? Powers abilities does have pyrokinesis listed, so... It's a listed power! I really don't know. I mean, yes, she has more than pyro, but she does have pyrokinesis listed. It has telekinesis, levitation to telepathy, geokinesis, electrokinesis, hydrokinesis. Just lots of kinesis, basically. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Carrie doesn't control specifically fire. Right, well, on that basis then, presumably Firestarter is very specifically pyrokinetic. It's going to be the wrong answer then, I'm afraid. Sorry, party of me. Loopy 1, please pick another number. My God, I did not expect this to happen. Kershi, what rock band is Bohemian Rhapsody about? I think the answer's Queen. Please pick a number. Party of me, if you're working your obliques, what part of the body are you working? Chest. It's in the right area for that. I would say that's sort of the right area. Chest. Oh no, chest is a bit higher though, isn't it? I think that's wrong. Chest is a bit too high. I think stomach would be lower down. So yeah, I'm afraid that's wrong. Party of me. Sorry about that. Well, that was a travesty of a round, wasn't it? I'm glad. I am so glad that when we actually get around to going around on the second game, that in my 15-to-1 folder, I have what's called a Trivia Old Jason, which is all of the old questions from the Open Trivia database, so we could just revert to type. But we made it through, so we can at least revert to that craziness. Anyway, we've got 3 players that managed to get through to the final, so let's introduce them and go through to the 15-to-1 final.
The 3 surviving contestants in today's 15-to-1 final are Boki _Albo_, a executive secretary from Bangladesh, Keshai Head, a quiz enthusiast from West Yorkshire, and the Lupine One, a agony aunt from the Planet of the Apes.
The agony art from the Planet of the Apes. Okay, Boki Rauber carried 3 lives through, so has the advantage with 3 points already over Keshi and Lupine with 1. So this is how the final works. We start off with questions on the buzzer. To buzz, you use 2, 3, or 4 exclamation marks, much like you would do in Blockbusters over on Venstream. So that, or that will work. If you buzz in and you have control, you have 8 seconds then to submit your answer in public chat. 3 correct answers, not necessarily in a row, but 3 correct answers will gain you control, and then it is question or nominate from that point onwards. We have 40 questions to go through. Oh God, I hope the 40 questions are going to be okay. And we'll see how far you can go. We'll see who can score the highest and stay in place. So, if you are all ready, fingers on your exclamation marks, Boki Ralboa, Keshi Head, and Looping One, as we start off with the first question, which is: if a person is cyanotic, what colour is he, Looping? Blue is correct, much like your avatar. Next question: what is the capital city of Mexico, Boki Ralboa? Mexico City is correct. Next question: the Olympic symbol contains how many rings, Keshi? 5 is correct. Next question: what 2019 animated movie features Max, Snowball, and Rooster, Looping? Wow, preemptive buzzer there. Need an answer? Gonna lose a life, no answer there. The Secret Life of Pets 2. The Secret Life of Pets 2 is the answer I'm looking for. Okay. Next question. In 1765, Eberhard added what to pencils, Boki Ralboa? Erasers is correct. Next question. What country gave the Statue of Liberty to the United States, Keshi? France. What? That's definitely France. It's definitely France. It's definitely France. It's not Canada. It's a correct answer, Keshi. We'll gloss over that and get ready for your next question. The main Australian stock exchanges are located in which city, Lupine? You say Melbourne. Apparently Sydney. I'm going to quickly search this. The Oz Stock Exchange is located in... oh, God. Google, help. Australian stock market. Doesn't say where it is. You say Sydney, assuming it's the ASX, which I believe sounds about right. Okay, Sydney is the answer, so it is a wrong answer, I'm afraid, Lupine. You're down to 1, be careful. Let's see the next question. What company became the world's first public company to achieve a market capitalization of $1 trillion in August 2018? I think that probably is Apple. But I'm going to confirm. Apple 1 trillion. Oh no. Hang on. Oh, sorry, yes, indeed. Yes, 1 trillion, past 1.3 trillion in December 2019, so probably is. So you went the wrong way, I'm afraid, Lupine, and we're going to have to say an early departure, say goodbye. Yes, Amazon's probably surpassed them, but Apple was the first to make the trillion. So just like that, we have only Boki Ralboa and Keshi Head left in play. Next correct answer will get you control of the game. Fingers on your exclamation marks. Here is the next question. In medical terms, what does the suffix itis mean? Inflammation is the answer we're looking for. Keshi, question or nominate? Sorry, if you want to nominate Keshi, you do have to give the name as well. So nominate Boki, or Boki Ralboa or something. Sorry, you have to specify the name, even though there is only the one player left that you can nominate. Okay, you have to have the full name. Sorry, I forgot how lenient I did this. I forgot how lenient this was, and it's not that lenient. You have to be a bit specific. There you go, we got it. Boki Ralboa, your question. If you're talking about electricity, what does DC stand for? Direct current, I think, is correct. So, Boki Ralboa, question or nominate? Which would you like, Boki Ralboa? If you want to take a question, say question. Otherwise, nominate, and you have nominated. What are people suffering from celiac disease allergic to? Wheat or penicillin? Wheat is the right answer. Question or nominate? Going to nominate back to Bocky. Okay. Who is the former member of the Smiths that released the song Hi Hello in 2018? Morrissey. Johnny Marr is what I have. I don't think Morrissey's part of the Smiths? Question mark? Johnny Marr, Hi Hello. Nope, that is Johnny. It is definitely Johnny Marr, so that's a wrong answer, I'm afraid. Bocky. Catchy Head, question or nominate. Back to nominating again. Bocky, what comedic actor starred as the eponymous lead character in the 2018 series premiere of HBO's Barry? Bill Hader is the right answer on the card. Question or nominate. Oh yeah, San Francisco's got the Silvergate Bridge as well, by the way. Back nominating Takeshi in 1938. What silk-like fabric was used as hosiery? Nylon is correct. Question or nominate. We got a good game on here. Back to Bocky Balboa. What is the soccer player atop the Copa Libertadores trophy getting ready to do? Doing a header. I'm going to look it up. Libertadores. Images. And he is definitely winding up to kick the ball, so I'm afraid header is the wrong answer. Down to a life. Keshi, question or nominate. Nominating again, Bocky Rambo, need to get it right. Natalie Portman played Jackie in a movie about what Jackie? Which Jackie? Jackie what? Jackie Kennedy is the answer we're looking for. Question or nominate? Nominated back to Keshi. The Xbox game system was created by what company? Microsoft is correct. Question or nominate? Nominating back to Keshi. Thank you for the follow there, Prog Me. I Don't Care, with too many apostrophes, is a hit song for Ed Sheeran and who? Bieber. Justin Bieber is the answer I have on the card. Question or nominate? Nominating back again, Keshi. What Winnie the Pooh character has the catchphrase TTFN? Ta-ta for now. No, this one actually is Tigger. We're going to lose a life. Back to Bocky Balboa. Question or nominate? If you need to nominate again, you may have to say something else in between because Twitch spam protection, 30 seconds and all that. Don't you just love the Twitch spam protection for this? There you go. Back to Keshi Head again. Which bone in the arm is the longest? Is it the humerus or the xiphoid? Humerus is the answer on the card. Question or nominate? Nominating back again, Bocky Balboa. Ooh, what just happened? What just happened? What? Hang on, what just happened? I can't have run out of questions already that match that criteria. I can't have. I know I restricted it to a certain difficulty, but we've still got... Oh, I restricted it just to the easy questions, didn't I? It's not picking medium difficulty. All of those were easy questions! All of those that we've had were actually easy questions. That's brilliant. That's just brilliant, that. How is that mix easy? Some of those were ridiculous. I am astonished. I am absolutely astonished. The problem is that we've thrown an 100%, which means things are not going to run correctly, if at all now. So I think the game is dead in the bucket now. Let me just look at what it is actually supposed to be doing. Where is this picking the question? Where is it picking the question? Next question. Trivia.next question. Allow unused questions. Allowed questions. Based off of included difficulties of easy... I can't enumerate, can I? I forgot that they number their bloody difficulties differently. They don't number them from 0, they number them from 1. It's supposed to be picking easy and medium, but it's not. So, I'm afraid that's going to be it for this set of questions. So, we've run out 20 questions too early. And, yeah, Bocky and Ralboa, you I was in not the best of moods starting this stream up anyway. And then this happened. You both deserve to be on the leaderboard at the very least. You both deserve to be on the leaderboard. Let me see if I can get your leaderboard information. So I can put you on there. Because you both deserve to be on there at the very least. So let's just quickly sort that out. Leaderboard and play counts. These are the two things. You get to see what I'm doing. So we're looking for Keshi Head. So there's the identity. We need to add in a new entry here. Player is identity that. Oh. If you could tell me what your location and occupation were earlier, then I can put those in as well. And a score of you were on 71, Keshi. And then Bocky Ralboa is that identity. And whack that in. Player with identity that. Location and occupation. Go there. And you had a score of 63 because you had 3 lives remaining and you're on the 60s. Do a pretty print just to make certain and validate. It is valid, Jason. There you are. You are on the leaderboard. There we go. You are on the leaderboard with whatever you currently have on the board presently. Because you do deserve to be on the board at the very least after going through this cavalcade of a game. So yeah, sorry, but we're going to have to stop the game there. Now, the question is that the formatting of the old database is different. I will also take it off screen so you can't see what the answers are. Difficulty is different. Oh, difficulty is different. Oh, no. Question, correct answer. You know what? I can fix it. I can do a find and replace to do it. Replace with 1. Medium, replace with 2. And hard, replace with 3. Save. Trivia bad and trivia old becomes actual trivia. Then but this has all the categories in, doesn't it? Oh no. This has all the categories in. Also, I need to make certain that is 1, 2, and 3. Oh, but it does have that. It does actually still read the category out. So I can maybe filter it. I can maybe filter the categories. Hey, it's not... Don't worry for breaking my game. It's the game that's broken itself. You'd love to see some hard questions. You know, reload. God, breathe. Breathe, Ashley, breathe. I just want to. Let's go to a hard question. I'm going to pick out a hard question that they've got in this stupid database. And we'll see if anyone can have a guess on one of these answers. Good luck with that question. Good luck with that question. That's a hard question. I mean, they're not wrong. It is a hard question, but jeez, is that a hard question? No, the answer that we were looking for was, let me type it in chat, is that. That is the answer we're looking for. Also, could someone know you're very close, actually, with 32 centimetres. I would actually have given you the benefit of the doubt with that. But the answer was actually 13 inches or 330 millimetres was the maximum wheel diameter for a Formula 3 race car. Thing is, I know that the specs of certain formulas change year on year, so that could be completely out of date already. Exactly what I was just about to say, Drahuska, that they're changing the formulas anyway. Especially Formula 1, they're changing all sorts of regs on that. So, yeah, that's going to be completely out of date. One more, right. One more. And we're going to use the Open... I hate to say it, folks. We're going to use Open Trivia Database, but it's going to be just all of the categories. So it's going to be very computer game heavy, I'm afraid. It's going to be computer game heavy. But hopefully the leaderboard is up to date. There you go. Keshi and Boki Raubaba are up there on the leaderboard at the very least. So I at least can do my thing. So if you want to play this, I care. I know even don't. Then put in IKED and let me turn on the abilities if you want to spend some more Bitcoin. So, I know even don't. I know even don't. You played the last game, Boki Raubo, but again, it'll still count the number of times you've played versus other players. So if that was the first game, then versus those that have played 2 or more, then you're still a higher pick. I mean, this has been an interesting stream at the very least. Yeah. So I now know not to ever trust that database because it's just so terrible. Those questions are so terrible. I'm so dumbfounded by some of those answers that came up. Like, I was dumbfounded by Germany being where the Tower of Pisa was, but then we've got the Silvergate Bridge, we've got Canada that is the donor of the bridge. It's just... What? Florence and Rome were different? It's guess what answers are correct or guess what answers are not right. Yeah, once we found those 2 bad questions, I can't trust a single one. It's just terrible. They might appear in Time Random Zombie. If they don't appear now, then they might appear in the game. That is a known issue that I've got from using TriviaLib. TwitchLib. But I believe, fingers crossed, that these are going to use the Open Trivia Database questions, which should have the correct format. And, also Quintuple 9.
Obviously we need to play 21 questions wrong with the faulty creations.
We really do, don't we? Just set up an Avanti. Oh, thank you very much for the 6th resub. Greatly appreciated. We should just go score count. Do you want me to just send you the questions in the raw format of CSV? Because I could just send you that, and you can go and have a look to see what answers are right and what answers are wrong. Because honestly, I thought these were supposed to be vetted, but they're not. Hell, you know what I might do? Because I know that these questions are so terrible, I might just throw it out there for people to use, and then you can take it or leave it. I might just throw the database up there and just caught my yeah. Cut my losses there. You will vet all 1,000 questions, would you, Toad Boy? Would you really? Jesus Christ. Oh dear. You will have to be incredibly bored for that, Toad Boy. I'm afraid. One free heartbeat. Jesus Christ. Oh dear me. That was an experience. You can make a format out of this. Yeah, it's literally. You're testing whether the question writer can write questions or not. It's questions that are based on general knowledge, but is it general knowledge that is actually factual or not? It's literally take it or leave it. The answer I have on my card is this. Do you want to take it or leave it? I'll send them over to Matt. Oh my good God. Oh, I don't think anyone's going to forget these. I mean, some of those are technically really properly impossible answers as well. I know I almost had an IKEA. I don't even know, but in the wrong order as well. So I know even don't. Oh dear. Still waiting for a reality competition show to find the nation's best quiz question writer. Well, there we go. We've found the formula. I know even don't is certainly a mood, yes. Okay, right. Let's see. I don't even know actually if it's actually going to use these questions. They are backups, but I think they will. We'll find out in the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z. It might do weird formatting. I don't know. Let's find out as we pick our 15. Those are the 15 that have been picked to play this particular episode. We didn't even get to the credits. We just stalled midway through the final, so we haven't even seen the credits yet. Well, let's go through and introduce our 15 contestants this time round. Good luck.
_Flush from West Sussex. Jerry Aries from Citysville, State.
Citysville.
12 from the Moon.
The
F14
Moon.
From 18th century Virginia. Appelcast 12 from Kazakhstan. JPB 1982 from Liverpool.
Unfortunately.
44 from Gambia. Lion TK 43 from Equatorial. Dogfish 44 from Lancashire Reef. Toadboy
Hashtag Red Rose.
Hiding in a night. Random Zombie 78 from Bahamas. Colocula from 10 miles.
Got some avatarless people.
5 of Legend from Angola. Partyothmi from Silvergate Bridge. And
Oh, come on.
45 from Benin. Are all here to
The
play
Silvergate Bridge.
15 to 1. Introduced by William G. Stewart.
Oh my God. Well, good luck to the 15 that have managed to get in. We start with round number 1. I hope the questions will work. I have no idea if it will or not. We start from podium number 1, going around to podium number 15 with questions directed to you. Get a question right, you survive. Get a question wrong, you lose a life. If you get both questions wrong in round number 1, you are out of the game. Simple as that. You will get called out. You just need to give your answer in public chat. Simple as that. All right. Let's start the game off then. Podium number 1, Ben, Mr. Royal Flush. You are the opener today, and your first question is: what's the capital of Australia? Oh yeah, I forgot they liked capitals of questions in the Open Trivia database. Canberra, I believe, is the right answer. Moving on to Jerry, number 2. Which element has the atomic number of 7? Any clues? Atomic number of 7. Iodine. I believe it is nitrogen. I will probably verify that. Atomic number. Yeah, it is. Losing life. Moving on to Rob the 12th. In Portal 2, the iconic character GLaDOS is turned into what? Cake. No, cake is a lie. It's a potato. Gonna lose. Oh, am I doing the exclusions on the top on the count? Oh no, I'm not. I'm probably not doing the exclusions on the questions, am I? Which have which of these and what of those? We'll find out in the next exciting episode. Efron. In Call of Duty United Offensive, what two soldiers share a name of a video game character? What two soldiers share a name of a video game character? It's Gordon ampersand Freeman. Damn it. Damn it, it's not doing that properly, but Mary's the wrong answer. So we're going to be seeing URL encodings going on all over the shop here. So lots of ampersands and ampersand quotes. We're going to have a lot of that. We're going to have a lot of HTML encoding appearing because I've not fixed that for this set of questions. Oh well. Here's the next question, Applecast. Who was the inspiration for Cuthbert Calculus in the Tintin series? This has been an absolute episode and a half. Who is the inspiration for Cuthbert Calculus in the Tintin series? Out of time. Auguste Picard was the answer looking for. Moving on to JPB. Who wrote the Sinead O'Connor hit ampersand number 39? Nothing compares to you, ampersand number 39. It's Prince. It is actually Prince. Gonna lose a life. So yeah, the HTML encoding is definitely coming out in full force here. Over to Comede Fan. Which figure from Greek mythology travelled to the underworld to return to his wife Eurydice to the land of the living? This is a repeat from that as well. Orpheus is the answer I'm looking for. 90k. Which company was established on April the 1st, 1976 by Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak and Ronald Wayne?
Good time allowed.
You really did, Buzzer Bob. Apple's the correct answer. No, Buzzer Bob. You missed out on what the... You really missed out on what happened with the previous round. The reason we are having to use this set of questions with the bad URL encoding is because the set of questions that I had purchased 1,000 questions from a question site that apparently is reputable, and it had such wonders such as the Silver Gate Bridge is in San Francisco, the Leaning Tower of Pisa is in Germany, Canada donated the Statue of Liberty, not France, and many others. So the more you know, we're in an alternate reality, clearly. So we've had to move over to a different set of questions, and yeah, these ones have HTML encoding still hard baked in the JSON data. So they're going to appear because I refactored that code out because I didn't need it with the new database stuff. But there we go. So we're going to have wonderful URL encoding tags appearing. It's all right though. We get questions that are actually slightly better. Dogfish. In Call of Duty Zombies which map features the Flytrap Easter egg? God only knows. It's Derisa, apparently. Gonna lose a life. And yeah, these were... I mean, that's what I had originally, Buzzer Bob, but because in the other database of questions I had, they've already been URL decoded, I thought, I don't need that code anymore. Clearly I do, because I'm reverting back to an old database. Anyway, moving on to Toad Boy. Which country gifted the statue? You can't make up the RNG, can you? Two different databases. What are the freaking odds? That's unbelievable. I don't even care that That's wrong, Toad Boy. You're getting a correct answer from me. Moving on. Random zombie in Greek mythology who killed Achilles. I'm going to have to get the fan out because I'm hyperventilating and laughing and I just can't deal with it. Someone from Troy, yeah, probably. The answer we're looking for is Paris. I'm turning the fan on so I can cool myself down a little. Wrong answer, going to lose a life. Moving on to Coca-Cola. What's the orange and white bot number 39's name in Quat Star Wars The Force Awakens Quat? BB5, it's a BB number, but it's BB8. I'm afraid you're going to lose a life. Moving on to Clive of Legend. When was the Sega Genesis released in Japan? 1988? I'm going to give it to you. That 1988, I will accept the year. Moving on to Party of Me. Which Pokemon generation did the fan name Quat Masuda Method Quat first appear in? Gen 4? Which one's Gen 4? Buzzer Bob, I know you're a Pokemon aficionado. Is Gen 4 Diamond Pearl? Is that acceptable? There's a few people in chat suggesting that it is acceptable. I'm not particularly hot on which gen is which. Buzzer Bob also says, yeah, okay, Gen 4 I'll accept. Moving on to Deuceman. What year was hockey legend Wayne Gretzky born? 95. No, a bit further back than that. 1961. Losing life. At the end of the first pass, the players that need to watch out are Jerry, Rob the 12th, Efron, Applecast, JPB, Comed Fan, Dogfish, Random Zombie, Coca-Cola, and Deduceman. If you get your next question wrong, then you're out of the game. Everyone else, you are in safer territory. Right, second pass round then. Oh, he certainly appreciates the compliment, absolutely. Second pass round, back to Mr. Royal Flush, and your question. Which Apollo mission was the first one to land on the moon? Which Apollo was the first to land on the moon? 11, you say? 11, you say, is right. Moving on to Jerry Harris. Who is the creator of the manga series Quat One Piece Quat? The successful one. I mean, technically right, Buzzer Bob. Who is the creator of the manga series Quat One Piece Quat? SG Bridge. It's Ichiro Oda. And I'm afraid we have to say goodbye. A bit of a cruel question for you, though. Moving on to Rob the 12th. In Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005, what do you drive at the beginning of the career mode? I mean... Motorcycle. The answer we were looking for... So it's not a... No, it's a car. It's a BMW M3 GTR. I'm afraid we're going to have to lose the last of your lives. Moving on to Efron. In the game Battle Block Theatre, they love their games. What was the name of the voice actor who voiced the narrator? In the game Battle Block Theatre, what was the name of the voice actor who voiced the narrator? Don't say it's Canada. Out of time, Will Stamper was the answer. Hell of a question to get, though. Jesus. Moving on to Applecast. In Quat Little Witch Academia Quat, what is Shiny Chariot number 39's alias at Lunar Nova Academy? Not a calzone. I mean, technically right. Ursula Callistis is the answer, though. Gonna lose the last of your lives. Moving on to JPB. Frankenmuth, a US city nicknamed Quat Little Bavaria Quat, is located in what state? In what state? I mean, America is a given because it's US. We're looking for the state. Michigan. Gonna have to say goodbye to the last of your lives. Moving on to Comet Fan. What state is the largest state of the United States of America? Lots of states. State. I say, what state? It's the great state of Alaska. I'm gonna lose the last of your lives. Line TK. Which song in Drake number 39's Quat Views Quat features Future? I mean, you're close to single word answer, Grammys. Gonna lose a life. Moving on to Dogfish. What's the capital of Slovakia? What's the capital of Slovakia? Bratislava is the right answer. Moving on to Toad Boy. What round is a classic AK-47 chambered in? What round is a classic AK-47 chambered in? A nice round. I mean, the answer we're looking for is a 7.62 by 39mm. Right on the tip of your tongue, clearly. Random zombie was the capital of the United States. Come on, Oscars, come here. Come here. Come on. Come and say hi to chat. Washgation. I'll accept your typo answer is correct. Kona, your question. With Game of Thrones, what's the name of Jon Snow number 39's sword? Oh, jeez. What's the name of Jon Snow's number 39's sword? Keith States, no, it's Longclaw. You'll say goodbye to the last of your lives. Climber Legend, help us. The board game, Nightmare, was released in what year? 88? Yeah, we're using the same year. Unfortunately, it's not this time, it's 91. Losing a life, going to Party of Me. According to a song by Belinda Carlisle, heaven is a place on what? Ooh, heaven is a place on Earth. It is indeed. Moving on to Deducement. Hello, Whiskers. Who was the first female protagonist in a video game? Who was the first female protagonist in a video game? Actually, a decent question, though, if you don't know it. Any ideas, Deducement? The answer I have on the card is Samus Aran. Well, we've had that was an interesting set of questions, wasn't it, Mrs. Text-to-Speech?
8 down, 7 to go. And those eliminated are Jerry Aries, Rob_12, Effrontery, Appelcast12, JPB 1982, Kamidfan 74, Colocula, and Dusman 45. Of the remaining 7 contestants, 2 still have their 3 lives intact.
The Royal Flush of Party and Me apparently unscathed, and thank you for the 1500 bits there that have also unlocked some Pride emotes in chat as well. I think it's any bit donation of 300 or more during this month, during Pride Month, and you unlock Pride emotes for, I believe, yourself and others in chat. So, yeah, thank you very much for that. So, we're going to round number 2. We'll start again from the left-hand side, and there's a big gap there between number 1 and number 8. We'll start off on the left-hand side with number 1, Royal Flush, until someone gets a right answer. And then when we do get a right answer, then it is nominating until only 3 players remain. Okay, so we start off then. Mr. Ben, over there, number 1, podium number 1. And your question is... Who released the 1991 album Quat Out of Time Quat? Question mark. Yeah. Nirvana. REM is the answer, Ben. Good Loser Life, we're moving on to podium number 8, 90k. What's the maximum HP in Terraria? I have no idea if this is accurate these days anymore or not. You say 999 is not a bad guess. 500 is the answer, apparently. Good Loser Life, moving on to Dogfish at number 9. What song plays in the ending credits of the anime Quat Ergo Proxy? Quat question mark. God, they love their anime as well on Open Trivia Database. Not even God knows this. He shuns this. Paranoid Android, apparently. Interesting. May have to investigate that later. Moving on to Toad Boy number 10. How many values can a single byte represent? How many values can a single byte represent? You're thinking in powers of 10. No, this is a powers of 2 trick. The answer is 256. 0 to 255 for an unsigned. Negative 128 to 127 in a signed byte. Losing life, moving on to Random Zombie. Rhinoplasty is a surgical procedure on what part of the human body? And don't say horn. Nose is the right answer, though. So, please pick a number. Meow. I love you, Deducement. I love everyone that comes to my streams and plays and says hi. Over to Royal Flush. What's the defining characteristic of someone who is described as hirsute? And I will get the definition out. Yes, hairy is the word I was looking for. Please pick a number. Not many to pick from, to be fair. You're just left on your own little island there. Going to Dogfish at number 9. Who is the god of war in Polynesian mythology? And yes, we're probably seeing some repeats from when we used Open Trivia Database originally. I don't think I could spell any of them. Apparently, it's ampersand hashtag 0 through 9 semicolon ORO. Clearly, that's what the answer was. Gonna lose a live dogfish, I'm afraid. I have to say goodbye. Moving on, Royal Flush, please pick another number. It's supposed to be like a sort of apostrophe ORO, I think. Go to number 10, Toad Boy. What's the common term for the bovine spongiform encephalopathy, BSE? Encephalopathy, there you go. Scoliosis, if only, it's mad cow disease. I'm afraid we have to say goodbye, Toad Boy. Royal Flush, please pick another number. Only 8, 11, 13 and 14 to pick from. We need to say goodbye to 2 more players. Number 11, Random Zombie, who played the female lead in the 1933 film Quat King Kong Quat question mark. All glory to ampersand hashtag 039 semicolon RO. Mallory Monroe, no, Fate Ray. Down to 1 life. Royal Flush, another number, please. Number 13, Clive of Legend. What Make You Feel, My Love, Quat was originally written and performed by which singer-songwriter? Prince? Bob Dylan, actually. You're down to 1 life. Royal Flush, another number, please. Party Me is sitting there with 3 lives intact, which is strong play, but you are going to him now. In what sport is quat shuttlecock quats used? Badminton is correct. Please pick a number. It's the quat apocalypse. It clearly is. Going to number 8, 90k. When did Tame Impala or Tame Impala release their second album? 2010. 2012 was the number we're looking for. I have to say goodbye. Only 1 player to get rid of now. Party Me, please pick a number. Number 13, Clive. What level do you have to be in to get a service medal on CSGO? Oh my god. What level do you have to be? I don't know, I don't care. Fair enough. Answer's 40. Now, in comparison, that question set is completely different in that it's very game and anime weighted, and their difficulty weighting is a bit suspect as well. But were those all correct answers? Ergo, were they better than... So, were the 3 questions on the Open Trivia database better than the ones that I paid money for? I mean, yes, the formatting is my issue, but that formatting you see is how it comes from Open Trivia database. If I just passed it through a method to do the decoding of the HTML entities, then it all gets fixed. Statue of Liberty was wrong. No, I marked that as correct, even though Toad Boy was basically doing the joke, and I thank him for doing the joke because that was just amazing. Just amazing that would even happen. So yeah, I got scammed. I think I did. So anyway, we shall move on and let's go into the 15-1 final.
The 3 surviving contestants in today's 15-1 final are Royal_Flush, a musician and programmer from West Sussex, UK, Random Zombie 78, a student from Bahamas, and Partyofmei, a trivia editor for Unknown Bad Question writer from Silvergate Bridge.
A trivia writer for Unknown. Oh, well, thank you, Party of Me. Well, you start off with the number of lives. You start off with the points of the number of lives you had. So, Royal Flush, you carried 2 lives in. Random Zombie, you carried 1 life in. Party of Me, you carried 3 lives in. And you start now with 3 lives intact. We start with questions on the buzzer. You buzz in with 2, 3 or 4 exclamation marks in public chat. If you are the one that buzzed in, then please give your answer in public chat within 8 seconds to submit your answer. 3 correct answers then gains control of the round, and it is question or nominate. We have 40 questions to get through. I hope we have 40 questions to get through and we don't break the system again. And without further ado, let's get through and let's do this final then. So, fingers on exclamation marks, everyone. And here is question number 1. How many bytes are a single kibby byte? Party of Me. 1000. No, Kid B in this case is actually the Power of 2 system, 1024. Went the wrong way, I'm afraid. Next question. What is the name of Team Fortress 2 number 39's heavy weapons guy number 39's minigun, random zombie? Sasha, it is indeed. Next question. Which was the first quad Call of Duty Zombies quad map to introduce the quad Wunderwaffe DG2 quad question mark? Which was the first? No one answering it? You surprise me. Correct answer was Shi no Numa. Shi no Numa. Yeah, Sasha was the name of the gun. That was what the question was asking. What is the name of Heavy Weapons Guy's minigun? That was the question he was asking, Car 7th. Moving on. Next question coming up. The name of technology company HP stands for what, party me? Hewlett-Packard is correct. Next question. Where are the cars of the brand Ferrari manufactured? Party me. Italy is correct. Next question. In Left 4 Dead, which campaign has the protagonist going through a subway in order to reach a hospital for evacuation? If you haven't played Left 4 Dead, you would not get this. I have played Left 4 Dead, so I would get this. But if you haven't played it, you'd have no chance. It's the first one. It's No Mercy. No Mercy. Because I go to Mercy Hospital. Next question. What is real haggis made of, Mr. Royal Flush? Sheep's stomach. It's encased in such stomach. It does also include heart, liver and lungs. You know what? Because you didn't see the answers and you would have gotten it with the answers. So I am going to accept it as a correct answer because it's one of those open-ended questions that you couldn't get the right answer unless you actually saw it. So, moving on. Next question. Which brass instrument has the lowest pitch in an orchestra? You had a round on this in Danger Zone. Well, you had a round on consonant-sounding instruments. Tuba is the right answer. Former United States President Bill Clinton famously played which instrument, party of me? Carrying on the theme of instruments. The saxophone is the right answer. Those things mean you have control. So, party of me, question or nominate? If you want to nominate a player, just say nominate and then the name of the player. If you want to take a question, say question. You are nominating Random Zombie. Your question, Zombie. What year was Super Mario Bros. Released? 85 is correct. Question or nominate Random Zombie. Going to party me, your question. Quat's Green Eggs and Ham Quat is a book by which author? Dr. Seuss is correct. Question or nominate. Going back to Random Zombie. When did the CD begin to appear on the consumer market? When did the CD begin to appear? 93, you say? No, much earlier than that, you'd think, actually. 82 is the answer we're looking for. Back to party me, question or nominate. If you want to nominate Random Zombie again, you may have to... Oh, you're going to nominate Royal Flush instead anyway. Who played Batman in the 97 film Batman and Robin? Quat? Question mark. George Clooney is correct. Question or nominate. These are already better questions. You know, there's some odd, weird ones here and there, but they are better. Random Zombie. Oh, God. In the beta version of the 1986 game, The Legend of Zelda, players have the choice between a sword and what other item? A shield? It's apparently a boomerang. You're down to one life. Royal Flush, question or nominate. .26 questions left. Nominating party of me. Who is the colossal titan in Quat Attack on Titan? Quat question mark. Who is the titan in Attack on Titan? Oh God, no! Berthold Hoover, apparently. You're down to one life. Royal Flush, question or nominate. You're still on 3 lives. Random Zombie and Party Me are on a single life. You're nominating Random Zombie. In the 1980s, a service called Gameline allowed users to download games to what console? Or Gameline? Gameline or Gameline? Download games to what console? The Master System, No, the Atari 2600. We have to say goodbye. Not a bad guess, though. Okay, Royal Flush, you are still in control. Question or nominate. Nominating party and me. When was Left 4 Dead 2 released? I mean, that's technically accurate, Samster. 2014 is way too late. It's 2009. We have to say goodbye. Does mean, Royal Flush, you are our winner. You're currently on 32 points. You still have 3 lives intact. And you have 23 questions to play through. Let's see how far you can get with the remainder of your questions and lives. So these are all just for you now. You don't need to nominate or buzz or anything. Here we go. A potential score of 262 if you can go all the way. Here is the next question. Oh, plus 30 for lives, so it's 292. Who won the 2015 Formula 1 World Championship? Now, keep it betting into you when these kind of questions come up. Yes, you have remembered. If it talks about a Formula 1 World Championship, it's probably Lewis Hamilton. The answer is Lewis Hamilton. Next question. What's the world's first video game console? Oh, sorry. What is the world ##039's first video game console? The Atari 2600. I mean, it's not a bad guess. No, it's the Magnavox Odyssey. Down to 2 lives. Next question, though. Who is the artist of the recent new album, The Uncanny Valley? I don't know how recent this is. It's typically you say. They're talking about it as if it is recent, but you can't date a question like that. Say Ultravox. Perturbator is the answer, apparently. You're down to 1 life. How far can you get with your remaining life? Let's keep going. 20 questions left. In what year was the M1911 pistol designed? USA. Oh, that's why it's called the M1911, because it was in 1911. Well, there you go. The clue was in the question on that one. So, Royal Flush, you do end the game there. You are our winner with 42. Let's see where that puts you on the leaderboard. It puts you in 7th place there, ahead of Lion TK. We do have there Keji Hana Boki Rauba from the Voided game earlier with 71 and 63. So that is going to be it. In fact, that ending one was not a trick question indeed. So that is going to be it for 15 to 1. Let's go through the credits sequence because we didn't have that earlier. And I spent so long doing this. And when I say so long, I mean 2.5 hours. And I ain't got no copyright on this stuff. So I'm going to end the stream there. It's a bit early, but we are in a kind of crazy otherworld situation where these questions are just, you know, yeah. I mean, we can have it. Do people want to have another run with the Open Trivia database and I put in the code to do the HTML decoding? No, I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to call it there. I'm just going to call it there because it's been a bit of a... Oh, you want another one? You want another one? Oh, go on. Well, frick it. We'll do one more because I know where I could put my fix. You know, I know where I could put my fix. So question text, question text, question text, question text, raw. Question text. Ignore. That is HTML utility. URL. What is it? It's a utility of some description. Which utility is it? Unity HTML decode utility. This is where you Google things. Decoding HTML utility is a thing called. No, there should be one in... it is HTTP utility. HTML decode. Question text raw. There we go. That's that. And then the correct answer will do a similar thing. Correct answer text. That becomes raw. That becomes that. And magically, it all just works now. Difficulty is that question text comes in on the raw, which gets decoded. Correct answer comes in on the raw, which gets decoded, and magically everything should work. Cool, there we go. HTTP utility HTML decoder is indeed, yes. Okay. So I've got the code in. So theoretically it should work. So final lobby for tonight then is going to be MTCM. It's still going to have the open trivia set of questions, so there's still going to be some high skew on video games and anime, but I trust those questions better than I trust the paid set. Let's put it that way. Sorry. Yeah. There you go. You can occupate and locate. You can now occupate and locate. A more better question writer. I think, to be fair, I think a lot of you are better question writers than some of those questions that came from the paid database. Just gonna... Oh! Things are happening!
Lifting your spirits and getting some cute pride emotes. It's a 2-for-only special, romantic face.
Romantic face. Thank you for the 4-3 subduplist. Greatly appreciated. Oh, subs do that as well then. Ah, I did not know subs also did the thing. Cool. I knew bits did, but I didn't think subs did, but they do. Cool. Wow. So, yeah. Cool. While we're just briefly diving through that thing, I'll show off... Well, there's not much to show off, to be honest, but I'll show off some of the visually things from Outright, which is a soon-to-be brand new original idea from me. It's not actually based on any... Well, individual mechanics will be based on certain shows, but the actual element, the game itself, is a brand new concept. And it doesn't have any Twitch chat integration. Shock horror. It's because you actually go onto a special website of mine to do it. There's not really much to show specifically show. But what I can do is... What I'm actually going to do is show my testing setup, which is when I have a host and 3 clients playing. Because it's quicker for me to do it this way. I don't want to connect to that. I want to connect to WS localhost 9001 because, yes, over 9000 reference. That goes to there. Connect to that. See how that goes. So you can see what it does at the very least. So if I connect the... Ooh, shoot. I need to remember which Unity is which. So I connect the host to the game, which is done there. That's the room code. That's the room code. So that's going to be the Silver Gate Bridge. Let's play number 1. That's going to be Canada. Canada. And this one's going to be Germany. There we go. There's the 3 players playing. And then we upload some questions and then we start the game. This is what it looks like. You see one of those windows, so you'd see like one of these quarters. This is the host screen, which is basically the same as the game screen, just has a few things knocked out of it. But yeah, it's a simple idea. The concept being that you have questions and it's all against the clock. And to be able to get out of a round, you have to get a answer correct. Hence the name Outright. You have to be right to get out. It's generally 15 questions a round, but it is all time pressure. And this leaderboard thing you see on the side here, everyone gets to see, and it's updated throughout the game. And you get more points for answering your questions quickly. A bit Danger Zone-esque, I guess. So here we go. The first question has come up here. Who first painted the... Oh, it's this question. I have no idea what the answer is. No idea. So I submit that answer. It's wrong. It went red. I'm also going to say blur because I don't know what the answer is. The answer is George Eastman, apparently. And then we get another question relating to chemistry. What is a catalyst? What was it called? A something agent? A reaction agent, I think. There we go. So I got it right. Now I can get out if I want to. I'm not going to, though, but that's what you need to do. Get a question right, and then you can get out if you want to get out. And it's just keep doing that until the end of the game. If you don't get out by the end of the round, then you are eliminated. It's as simple as that. Oh, this one came up as well. Light information, it's eyes. Oh, yeah. I know why those are going red, because it's accepting my return key. That one is Seeker. This one is not Suka. That is Seeker. And I'm going to get out on that player. There you go. So that's how the game works, basically. Yeah, it gives you the formation of the answer, the number of letters in each word, so that you have a better idea of what kind of answer to give. It's Florence! It's Florence! So as you can see, it's using the purchase database of questions, as we now have proven is wrong. So that's the idea, and yeah, you'll get to play on your individual instance of the game, a bit like with what I do with Duel. So the experience is sort of taken away from Twitch, but with that means I can do more fancy things, basically. I can do special presentations that you can only see from your end. I didn't want to go down the extension route because the extensions are just clunky. Extension implementation is very clunky. Can we have Duel on the Dance Floor as a clock? Unfortunately, I can't use that because I don't really have the license for that. I was allowed to play it on the stream, but outside of that, I have no real permission to broadcast it. So, and Outright is a brand new, fully fledged concept of mine. So I would prefer to have my own stuff in it, or if other people want to do some stuff towards it, like I think Toadboy has been interested in wanting to do some of the theme music or underscore for it, then yes, definitely do some stuff if you want to. And 1500 bits, Pride Wave Flag, thank you very much for the 1500 bits, Connor, and thank you for all the 25 emotes shared out there for Pride Month, greatly appreciated. You're sneaking a reference into the music somewhere. Oh, okay, fair enough. Who'd write their own soundtrack? Absolutely, who'd write their own soundtrack? Hey, Danger Zone music works quite well, Ben, must be said. Danger Zone music works really well. How long did that take you to do, anyway? Did you use GarageBand, I think, or something? Include the lick. Sorry, pardon me, you're not spelling it right. The correct spelling is lick, like that. That's how you spell lick. Please educate yourself. Da 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 da. There you go for all you lick fans out there. Da 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 da. 3 or 4 hours. You see, that's decent going. That getting pretty much the majority of the Danger Zone music sorted in just 3 or 4 hours. That's pretty good. That's pretty good going. That's the thick lick. There you go. Okay, so I think we should get on with this game. Don't worry, I know what. If you don't get it, then I'm just going to send you a YouTube link then. It's a jazz thing. It's a jazz thing. But if you're interested, there you go. Go and watch that. It's what the lick is. It's a jazz thing. And there have been various proponents of it in education space, most notably Adam Neely Bass, who is a main proponent of popularising the lick in popular culture. Anyway, thank you for that, and let's get on with the game. Let's pick our 15 for this final game. Also, hello Tipster. You haven't seen the travesty of this game. You're getting the mild version of the game tonight. It's been ridiculous today. And let's play 15 to 1.
JPB 1982 from Still Stuck.
Oh, you have you?
12 from the depths of hell. Draketh 333 from the internet. T1 Pster from Jamaica. Royal.
If you're from Jamaica, Tipster.
Cetra 4207. Appelcast 12 from Estonia. Keshai Head from West Yorkshire. Connor M27 from 2 Pints Lap. Dogfish 44 from Red Rose. Jack Wilford from Canada, apparently.
Canada, apparently.
5 from Bluefield. New Ape Monkey from Yes.
Yes.
Drahaskar from Kois. And Duke
Kois?
from your area.
David Falls from my area.
15 to 1. Introduced by William G. Stewart.
It does, Egg, but what it does is it counts the number of games you've played. Not necessarily how many you've played in this particular evening, but how many games you've played over the entirety of 15 to 1's existence. So there may be some people here that have not played at all, have just joined today, and some people have already played 2 or 3 games potentially. So it's using the count of games you've played rather than the number of you've played particularly tonight. So yeah, there's probably some people here that have been picked 3 times potentially, but that's just how the exclusion logic works, and it is there. I can prove that the play counts are indeed here. For example, Jack Wilfred has played 3. Connor's now played 3. Well, technically will be played 3 after this game because it counts it at the beginning. Drahuska's got a 3 count, etc. So yeah, I've got all the numbers here of how many times people have played. So yeah, that's it. It should be as accurate as I think. I mean, what have you played? Egg, fried cheese. You have played twice, according to this system. You have played twice, Egg. So you were up against a lot of other people that also had twice on their count. So it would have been a low-ish chance of you being picked. So you have played twice, technically. Okay. Well, I think we all know how this game works if you haven't been paying attention. So we'll start off with round number 1. And we go over to JPB at podium number 1 for your first question, which is... Computer manufacturer Compaq was acquired for $25 billion in 2002 by which company? Amstrad, no. Hewlett-Packard. Hewlett-Packard, HP. Gonna lose a life. Moving on to Rob the 12th. What are Sans and Papyrus named after in Undertale? We had a discussion about this. Fonts, indeed, is the correct answer. Moving on to Drake. What is Gabe Newell's favourite class in Team Fortress 2? Gabe's. The Spy is correct. Tipster, your question. What is the region conjoining Pakistan, India and China with unknown leadership called? Any clues, Tipster? No clue. Kashmir is the answer we're looking for. Kashmir, gonna lose a life. Moving on to Royal Flush. By how many minutes are you late to work in Half-Life? If you haven't played the game, you got no clue. Guess a number. Guess a number, Ben. 120. Yeah, quarter of that, 30. Gonna lose a life. Moving on to Cetra. The New York Times slogan is all the news that's fit to... Yes, this is a repeat. All the news that's fit to... What's the last word? Brent. And yes, this is technically Toad Boy's question on Open Trivia Database. Moving on to Applecast. What's the capital of Denmark? What's the capital of Denmark? Copenhagen is correct. Cashy Head. In which game does a character say, sometimes I dream about cheese? Sometimes I dream about cheese. Oh, you're so close. So close. I'm afraid you lost because you didn't say 2. Moving on to Connor. Who's the main character in The Stanley Parable? Who's the main character in Stanley Parable? Stanley. Indeed it was Stanley. Dogfish, your question. Which genre is the Tohu project associated with? It's that easy. In which genre is the Tohu project associated with? You say horror. No, it's shmups. Shmups, generally speaking, but also fighting games. Apparently. Losing a life. Moving on to Jack Wilfred. What does RAID stand for? In what context? I'll give you it in any context you can find. Really arid idiot desert. I don't think it's any of those. It's asking for the computer context. It's a redundant array of independent disks. Because they are independent disks. Moving on to Deduceman. In what year was the last natural case of smallpox documented? It's not Raid Shadow Legends. 1977 was the answer, I'm afraid. We're looking for Dusman. We're going to lose a life. Moving on to Ape Minky. Yes. What is the name of the city in Saints Row the Third? Your location is yes, but what's the name of the city in Saints Row the Third? Saints Row, Massachusetts. It's Steelport. Steelport was what we're looking for. Drahuska. Which planet did the Viking 1 spacecraft send surface images of starting in 1976? Viking 1 might be a clue. Mars actually is the right answer. Well played. Dupliss. Daniel Radcliffe became a global star in the film industry due to his performance in which Harry Potter. You're not even allowing me to finish the question. Harry Potter is correct at the end of the first pass. The players that need to watch out are JPB, Tipster, Royal Flush, Cetra, Keshi Head, Dogfish, Jack Wilfred, Deducement, and 8 Minky. If you get your next question wrong, you are out of the game. Okay, second pass round now. We start again with JPB at podium number 1. Here is your second question. How many sides does a heptagon have? A heptagon. 7 is correct. Rob, the 12th. Cryoshell, known for Creeping in My Soul, did the advertising music for what Lego theme? Ooh. Lego City. That one, apparently. Bionicle, apparently. Gonna lose a life. You are still in play, though. Drake, your question. The term scientist was coined in which year? Wow. Wow. 1850, you say. Close. 1833. Gonna lose life. You're still in play, though. Tipster, your question. In a standard set of playing cards, which is the only king without a moustache? Ooh. You say the diamonds. Oh no, you're right to go with the reds, but unfortunately it's the other one. It's the hearts. You have to say goodbye. Royal Flush, your question. What studio animated Full Metal Alchemist? Yeah, it's actually a good question, that one. This one, not so, but the previous question was good. You say Ghibli is a decent idea, but no, Bones. Bones is the answer looking for. We have to say goodbye. Etc. The Korean War started in what year? The Korean War started in what year? 36, you say. It's the 19s, but it's 1950. Jack Wilfred was only a year out. And etc. We have to say goodbye. Moving on to Applecast. In the game Subnautica, which feature was removed due to performance issues in 2016? Jeez. Jumping? I mean, there would be some serious issues if jumping caused performance issues, I would say. Terraforming. Okay, I could understand terraforming being a performance hit. You lose a life, but you're still in play. Keshi Head, your question. Which English football club has the nickname The Foxes? Which Leicester City, or Leicester City, for those that can't pronounce it right, is the correct answer. Moving on to Connor. When did the crisis of the 3rd century begin? Suspicious question is suspicious. 258 AD. I mean, you're right to go somewhere in the 3rd century. The answer is 235 AD. Good lose a life, you're still in play, though. Dogfish, your question. From which country does the piano originate? Italy is correct. Moving on to Jack Wilfred. In the video game Bully, what is the protagonist's last name? In the video game Bully, what is the protagonist's last name? It is Hopkins. I have to say goodbye. Deduceman. Josh Mansour is part of what NRL team? NRL is rugby league, if you weren't familiar. Because no one really knows. It's the Penrith Panthers, and Penrith in this case is in New Zealand, not in the UK. Have to say goodbye. 8 Minky. On the periodic table of elements, what is the symbol for tin? SN is the right answer. Drahuska. In Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005, how many people are there to defeat on the blacklist? Guess a number. Say 10. Needed 5 more. The answer was 15. You're still in play, though. Dupliss. Which American celebrity died in 1977 playing golf in La Moraleja, Madrid? Elvis Presley. Oh, no, Bing Crosby. Okie dokie, that's the end of the first round. Mrs. Text-to-Speech, what's the sitch?
5 down, 10 to go. And those eliminated are T1 Pster, Royal _Flush, Cetra 4271, Jack Wilfred, and Dusman 45. Of the remaining 10 contestants, 0 still have their 3 lives intact.
Nobody with their 3 lives intact, and apparently that deserves an applause. Apparently saying that no one have their 3 lives intact deserves applause. So there we go. We start with round number 2. We start again from the left-hand side, going round until someone gets a right answer, and then it is nominating players from that point onwards until there are only 3 players left. So, we start with podium number 1, JPB. Your question is... In The Hobbit, who kills Smaug? In The Hobbit, who kills Smaug? Frodo. No, Bard. Bard is what we're looking for. Moving on to Rob the 12th. This Marvel superhero is often called the Man Without Fear. Name the superhero. Captain America. No, Daredevil. Down to 1 life. Moving on to Drake. What is the Spanish word for donkey? Oh yeah, they do translations of that. Burro is correct though, so you have control. Please nominate a player. Please pick a number. We've got 3 distinct islands here. Connor, number 9 in the middle island. In the 2002 video game Kingdom Hearts, how many playable worlds were there? I have no idea. You say 12. Nearly. 14. Down to 1 life. Jake, another number, please. So yeah, we've got 3 distinct islands here. The left, the middle, and the right. 8 main key. In Undertale, how many main endings are there? 3 is correct. You have control. Please pick a number. Which island are you going to attack? You're going to attack the middle island. Keshi. Which puzzle game was designed by a Russian programmer featuring Russian buildings and music? Tetris is correct. Please pick a number, Keshi. Which island will you attack? You're attacking the left island. JPB. What album did Bon Iver release in 2016? You don't know. Answer is 22 a million. We have to say goodbye. Back to Keshi for another number, please. You're still attacking island on the left. Rob the 12th. In World of Warcraft, the default UI colour that signifies druid is what colour? You say brown. Orange is a shade of brown. Orange is a shade of brown. But yeah, I would be inclined to accept because orange technically is a shade of brown. And those that don't understand what I mean by that, yeah. Orange and brown are basically the same colour, it just depends on what context they're in. So, I will give you the benefit of the doubt on that, Rob the 12th. And thank you, Connor, for the one that gets exactly my reference. Technology connections, absolutely. So, Rob the 12th, please pick a number. Going to Duplis and number 15 on the right island. EDM producer Marshmello performs live wearing clothes and a white is the correct answer. Please pick a number. Number 9. Going to Connor. Volkswagen's legendary VR6 engine has cylinders positioned at what degree angle? Oh, I thought it was going to be clues in the question. It was 6 degrees. No, it's 15. It's 15. And we have to say goodbye, Connor. Back to Duplis for another number. Going to number 2, Rob the 12th. To what political party did Abraham Lincoln belong when elected as POTUS, President of the United States? What party was Lincoln? He was indeed Republican. Please pick a number. Going to number 7, the Middle Island, Applecast. What is generally considered to be William Shakespeare's birth date? I'll give you the year. I don't care about particular stuff. April 23rd. I knew it was April 23rd because my mum shares the same day, but it's 1564. Gonna lose a life, you're down to 1. Rob the 12th. Please pick another number. Yes, St. George's Day, absolutely. That's another way of remembering it. Number 3, Drake. Your question. What is the make and model of the tour vehicles in Jurassic Park 1990? If you get make or model, I'll give you it. It's the 1989 Toyota Land Cruiser. You're down to one life. Back to Rob the 12th for another number, please. Oh, your mother's birthday on the same day as well, Jack. Cool. 8 Minky, your question. In Grand Theft Auto the 5th, what was Michael DeSanta's former surname? Don't say Claus. Don't say Claus. Stanley is the answer. You're down to one life. Back to Rob the 12th for another number. Go to number 7, Applecast in the Middle Island. What is the name of the protagonist of J.D. Salinger's novel Catcher in the Rye? Or Salingers. I don't know. Catcher in the Rye. Name of the protagonist, please. Bob. Holden Caulfield. If the answer you're looking for, you are out of lives. You have to say goodbye. Moving back to Rob the 12th for another number, please. Salinger. Okay, thank you. Number 14, Drahuska. What is the northernmost human settlement with year-round inhabitants? What is the northernmost human settlement with year-round inhabitants? Which I think should be hyphenated as one word. Doesn't make sense as two words. Any clues, Drahuska? Now out of time. Alert Canada is the answer we're looking for. Alert Canada. You're down to one life. Rob the 12th, another number, please. You're still in control. Nominating number 13, Nate Minky. When was the game Portal 2 released? When was? 2009, you say? No, 2 years later than that, 2011. I probably would have gotten that because I know what I was doing that particular day. You're out of lines, I'm afraid, 8 Minky. Please pick another number, Rob. Because the release of Portal 2 had that special gimmick of unlocking it for playing some of the games. Who is the creator of the Super Smash Bros. Series? Who is the creator? Any clues, Dogfish? Miyamoto, no. Masahiro Sakurai. Or Massive Hero Samurai, as Kasane says. You're down to one life, Dogfish. Please, Rob, another number. Goodness me. He drags him for lessons. Drake, your question. How many times do you fight Gilgamesh in FF5? 3? No, it's 6. It's 6. It is too many. And you're out of lives, Drake. We have to say goodbye. Rob, another number, please. We have to say goodbye to 2 more players. Number 8, Kashi. Which musical artist had a prominent role in the 2017 film Kingsman: The Gold Circle? Oh, yeah. It's Elton John. It's Elton John. You're down to a life. Back to Rob for another number. Good film. It is a good film. Number 14, Drahuska. Who is a co-founder of music stream service Spotify? Name a co-founder. Which means I have to Google it because it'll only have one of the co-founders listed. Or you're just going to go with the meme answer of Keith. It's Daniel Ek was the name I had on the board. You could have also gone with Martin Lorenzon. Martin Lorenzon. Daniel Ek and Martin Lorenzon are the co-founders of Spotify. I'm afraid, Drahuska, we have to say goodbye. Rob, you're still in control. Keshi, going to you. African-American performer Sammy Davis Jr. was known for losing which part of his body in a car accident? Your hand. No. Good idea, though, but left eye was what we're looking for, and that's game. And would you look at that? We have one member of each of the 3 distinct islands going through to the final round, and let's go straight to that final.
The 3 surviving contestants in today's 15-1 final are Rob_12, a hungry boy from the depths of hell, Dogfish44, a walking talking stereotype from Red Rose, and Duplis Force, a professional gay from your area.
So we've got Left Island Gang, Middle Island Gang, and Right Island Gang. Support your appropriate player. This is the final. Rob and Dogfish, you had 1 life going in, so you'll start with 1 point. Duplis, you had 2 lives going in, so you start with 2 points. Start with 3 lives each. It's questions on the buzzer, 2, 3, or 4 exclamation marks to buzz in. If you buzz in, please give your answer to public chat within 8 seconds. If you're right, you get 10 points. If you are wrong, you lose a life. Whoever gets 3 correct answers then takes control of the game, and it is question or nominate. Okay, if you're all ready, fingers on those exclamation marks, if you will, as we start off with the first of the 40 questions in our final, which is: when was Chapter 1 of the Source Engine mod Under Hell released? I've never even heard of Under Hell. Never even heard of Under Hell. If I'd known any better, it was some sort of bad fanfic version of Undertale. But it's apparently September the 1st, 2013, the answer we're looking for. Never mind, here's another question. Which team won the 2015-16 English Premier League? Who wants to gamble on a football question? Anyone going to gamble on a football question? Doesn't look like it. Put them out of their misery. It's Leicester City or Leicester City. Here's another question. In baseball, how many fouls are an out? Rob the 12th. I don't like this question because it is a trick question. Fouls can never get you out. It's a wrong answer. No, it's four balls that give you a walk, but fouls don't count. You can get up to 2 strikes with fouls, but then after that they don't count anymore. So, yeah, 4 balls gives you a walk, but it's not an out. You never ever get an out on a foul ball. So, bit of a tricky question that, I'm afraid, Rob. Is a wrong answer though. Moving on, here is another question. Aoi Miyamori is the production manager of what anime in Shirobako? Yeah, it's a tricky question that. And when I saw that, I was like, I don't really like that question, but we have to play it. A bit of a foul question, yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, if you bunt on 2 strikes, that is a separate rule. The 3rd Aerial Girls Squad, for those that wanted to know that answer to that question. Never mind, here's another question. When was Elvis Presley born? I'll give you the year. When was Elvis Presley born? No one chancing this. I mean, on his birthday, maybe. But which birthday? Of what year? It's January the 8th, 1935 was the year. 1935. Don't worry. We've still got plenty of questions to get through. Here is the next one. Which actor provided the voice for the main character's father in Fallout 3? Oh boy, these questions, eh? Oh boy. We're all just going to be sitting here for twiddling our thumbs a little here. Anything? It's not Mark Hamill, it's Liam Neeson. Yes, Ben, getting it right there. Liam Neeson. Never mind, here is yet another question. In the movie Castaway, the main protagonist's best friend while on the island is named what? Dupliss? Wilson! It is indeed. Well played. We're off the mark. Next question. What was the original name of the search engine of Google? Rob the 12th. What was the original name? Backrub. Yes, it is indeed. Well played. Next question. Why was the Green Monster at Fenway Park... What? Why was the Green Monster at Fenway Park originally built? Why? Why was it there? Why was it built? For what reason? Give me a reason. We need answers. It is a very QI question, isn't it? Anyone got a chance this? It's not a blue whale. No, it's to prevent viewing games from outside the park. Clearly people were outside looking in and they put the Green Monster in the way so that people that didn't pay anything can no longer watch the match. Boo. Boo. Hiss. Next question. What's the capital of Chile? Dupliss. What's the capital of Chile? Santiago is correct. Next question. What's the name of the protagonist's first persona in Persona 5? Persona fans are screaming the answer now. What's the name of the protagonist's first persona in Persona 5? It's Arsene. Arsene was the answer we were looking for. Cashihan Tyson getting that one. Here we go, another question. In Call of Duty Zombies, what does the game traditionally reward you for completing a boss round? Oh, hey, look at all of those quotes that now work. Rob the 12th. You're chancing it. Bloody hell, you are right. Max Ammo is correct. Well played. Here's the next question. Carcassonne is based on which French town? Duplis. Yes, Carcassonne is the right answer. And you have control. Question or nominate. Yeah, they do love weird, tricksy questions like that where the answer is literally in the question. You're going to nominate Rob the 12th. Your question, Rob, where would you find the Spanish Steps? Where would you find the Spanish Steps? You say Spain. I mean, it's not actually. It's Rome, Italy. Or is it Rome? Is it Florence? Is it Florence? I need to check. Is it Florence? I'm going to presume the answer is Rome, Italy. Duplis, question or nominate? You're going to nominate Dogfish. Your question, Dogfish. Ellie Goulding's earliest album was named what? Ah, a lovely place. Ellie Goulding's earliest album was named what? You say GOK, Lights. You're going to lose a life. Duplis, back to you. Question or nominate? Nominate Rob the 12th again. Rob, your question. Which company made the Japanese RPG Dragon Quest? You have to get this right to stay and play. Which company made the RPG Dragon Quest? Nintendo. I mean, it's a good guess for a Japanese company, but unfortunately, in this case, it was Square Enix. Lose the last of your lives, and we have to say goodbye. It's the pressure of the game, Rob. It gets to everyone that plays, especially for me when I'm even testing it. It gets to me. Duplis, it's back to you. Question or nominate? You are nominating Dogfish. Dogfish, your question is: Liam Howlett founded which electronic music group in 1990? Liam Howlett founded which electronic music group in 1990? Prodigy is correct. Well played. You have control. Question or nominate? Very good guess. Going to nominate Duplis. Duplis, your question is: in most FPS video games such as Counter-Strike, shooting which part of the body is correct? Head is correct answer. Yes, does the highest damage. You have control. Question or nominate? Going to nominate Dogfish again. How many members are there in the band Nirvana? Gonna give an answer. You say 3. 3 is the correct answer. You have control. Question or nominate? Nominating back to Duplis. Your question, Duplis. By what name was the author Eric Blair better known? Who was Eric Blair? What other name did he have? Which pseudonym? No idea. It's George Orwell. George Orwell is what we're looking for there. You're down to 2 lives. Dogfish, question or nominate? Indeed, that was on the Millionaire. Back to Duplis again. In chess, the queen has the combined movement of which 2 pieces? Bishop and rook is correct. Question or nominate, Duplis? Nominating Dogfish. Which African American is in part responsible for integrating Major League Baseball? Well, they couldn't even capitalise the B. Capitalise Major League, but not the baseball for B to make it MLB. Okay. Which African American is in part responsible for MLB integration? Any clues, Dogfish? You're out of time. It's Jackie Robinson's the name we're looking for. You're down to 1 life. Duplis, question or nominate? Your question, Dogfish. Who was the mascot of Sega mascot before Sonic the Hedgehog? Who was the mascot of Sega before Sonic the Hedgehog? Mascot. Need an answer, Dogfish? Any clues? Are you going to get timed out? Oh well, video games, I'm going to get earache later. It's Alex the Kid. Alex the Kid was the mascot. So we have to say goodbye. That does mean, Duplis, you are today's winner. You're currently on 52 points. You have 2 lives left. You have 17 questions to get through. So you can get another 170 from the questions for getting all of them right. You can also get another 20 for the lives you currently have. So there's 190 you can add to your current score. This means you could get a possible grand total of 242 if you go all the way. We'll see how far you can get. These are all for you now. If you're ready, here comes your questions. What was the name of the mysterious island in Jules Verne's The Mysterious Island? The Mysterious Island. What was the name of the mysterious island? I knew that was going to happen. It's not the Mysterious Island, I'm afraid. It was actually the Lincoln Island. You're going to lose a life. You're down to 1 life. Here's your next question. What is the nickname for the US state of Delaware? What's the nickname of the US state of Delaware? Delaware is not a nickname. It is indeed the first state. Next question. The 2 main characters of No Game, No Life, Sora and Shiro, together go by what name? Not gonna lie. No Game, No Life. They go together by what name? Sora, Shiro. It's blank is the name we're looking for. So I think that is gonna be game. That is the end of the game. Duplis, you are our winner with 62 points. And let's see where it puts you on the board. There you are in 6th place, just 1 point behind Bocky Ralboa, and you are 9 points ahead of Baz Ackwards. 90k now been pushed down into 9th place. Samster still holding on to 1st place there with 92 points. Can anyone take that top place from him? We will find out in a future episode of 15 to 1. Here are the credits. And that is definitely going to be it for me today. Thank you for persevering through the madness of the terrible question database and the broken game and everything else that happened. Yeah, I'm credited as button presser because that's what I do. That's literally all I do, Ben, is press buttons for this game. I have on my Stream Deck, I have a grand total of 3 buttons to press. I have a correct button. I have a wrong button. I have a continue button. That's literally all I have to do in the game is those 3 buttons. So yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. It's been an interesting one. It's certainly been an interesting one. I'm going to have to go over and view what happened in that first game and make a highlight as a sort of warning to anyone out there that wants to make a quiz game based off of questions from that site as a sort of a warning measure because they are just terrible. But yeah, it's the best of an unideal situation, as you say. Yes, indeed. And hopefully we'll have a bit more normality with 1 versus 100 on Friday because they are questions that you have authored and have also proofed. So they should be a bit more sensible, a bit more interesting, and generally a bit more balanced. So do tune in on Friday for some 1 versus 100 more numbers action. Ben will be back on Saturday with stuff. I'm not entirely certain which stuff it is that he's doing on Saturday. There's Wheel of Fortune in the mix. There's it's Who's Been Millionaire. Okay, it's going to be Millionaire on Saturday. Okay. So Who Wants to Be a Millionaire over on Ben's stream on Saturday 8 p.m. So I'm back here Friday 8 p.m. Quizzy Mingo is on Quizzy Dan's stream tomorrow at 8 p.m. There is going to be Tipster's Pinnacle Larder Pub Quiz on Sunday 7 p.m. And I need to get around to doing duel stuff because we are vastly overdue the next phase of duels. So do apologise for not getting that sorted. I've just been busy with other stuff and that just got pushed to the side for a little bit. All right, thank you very much, everyone. Catch you all later, and yeah, I'll see you all for 1 versus 100. Bye.